Home Decor Tuesday. Do you realize that we only have 10 weeks left before Christmas? So I think it's time we get serious. So I'm going to be bringing a two-part series to you, which the first part will be today and the next part you'll get next week. But we're going to be decorating my fireplace and my mantle. So the first part today we'll take from the mantle up to the ceiling and decorate that. And then next week I'll show you how we'll take the mantle down to the floor and decorate it. So we'll be using decorations that I already have, a few things that I've already bought, because Hobby Lobby has some great things already out in their Christmas section, and all the other stores are starting to get them too. And then we're going to finish it off with some Cricut embellishments that just are going to add that extra special touch to it and give it a personalized feel. So first thing I'm going to do is just take everything off my mantle and clean everything up. I've got to clean that mirror and things like that. But I will be back after I'm done and we'll get started, okay? So we'll see you in a minute. Alright, this week we're featuring a child's year along with the Christmas Solutions cartridge. I'm going to be using the holly leaf that is found on page 56 of the handbook right here, and I'm going to be using that as corners to go around a monogram that I'm going to be using. A child's year has a beautiful monogram that is featured in a scalloped oval, has all the letters of the alphabet, so it'd be great to do your last name, things like that. It also has the numbers that you could do a lot with too, and I even love the balloon that has the monogram inside of it also. But today we'll feature the holly leaf and the monogram. Now the people who have the original Cricut, you'll be able to do this project also, but the largest you'll be able to do will be 5.5 inches, as you know. Because my mirror is so large, I want to get them as big as I possibly can. So we're about to find out how big can I get it. And I'll use the gypsy and also show you how to do it with just using the expression. So here we go. Okay, we're going to get started. I'm going to turn on my Gobi and then turn on my Cricut Power. I have my Child's Year cartridge in my Cricut, and I'm going to show you how just using the Cricut first, because we're going to be using that holly leaf for the corners. And with the corners, you've got to remember that we're going to have to flip two of them so that they're facing the right direction. Now, the paper I'm using for this project, because I loved how pretty it was and it's got that stripe in it, is the SEI Christmas Green. Actually, it's called Winter Mint. And I'm going to just load it into my Cricut. The icon is the feature I'm using with the Christmas, which is right here. There we go. And that would be key 38 for those of you who use that system. It's located on page 59. Is it 59? No, 56. Now I want to get the holly leaf as large as I possibly can, so I'm going to fit to page. Once I have my fit to page on, my speed is at a 3, my pressure is at a 4, and my housing blade depth is at a 5. I'm going to hit cut, and it's calculating to tell me that it's 8 3/4 inches is the largest I can get this holly leaf. Now that's our first corner for our holly leaf. Okay, now I'm going to put my second piece in. I'm going to load it. But this time, I'll hit repeat last, so that it gives me my last image. But this time, I'm going to hit my flip button over here. So you see I have my holly leaf there. I'm going to flip it. There you go, and it turns it around for me so that that can be my opposite corner. And all I do now is I'm going to increase my speed a little bit on that and hit cut. 8 3/4 inches. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to do it using your gypsy. I'm going to choose the 12 by 12 mat. Then I'm going to go and find my A Child's Year cartridge, which is right there. I will click on my icon, Once I have my icon there, my holly leaf is right there. Remember, it is key 38 for a lot of you guys who use that system. Go to my screen. Now I can actually cheat because I know by using my fit to page on my Cricut expression already that this particular image will fit at 8.75 inches. I could have just used my bubble and made it grow, but that's as big as I'm going to be able to get it. So there's my image, as you can see. Now I know that I want to flip this particular image, so to flip on the Gypsy, you're going to use your advanced screen. You'll go here, and right there, you just tap, and it flips it. Ta-da! There are two ways to cut this out on your Cricut. When you load with the Gypsy, you can load using the Gypsy, and if I were to do that, once I'm ready to cut, I will go back to my basic, and this little icon with the blade is my cut. I get there and I can tap this here to cut, or I can bypass it, and as you can see here, I can take it. As long as I have a cartridge in my Cricut, it will load my mat. It doesn't even have to be the cartridge that you're using. So I'm going to turn all my other features off, and I've got a cartridge in there, so I'm going to load. Once I've loaded, then as you can see with my Gypsy right here, and I have it sitting in this nice little easel, which is a really good recommendation because I like to do a lot with it right here. If I wanted to load, unload, I could be holding my mat with one hand and still using my Gypsy with the other. And it's facing me because it's on this easel. And this easel is just simply one of those that you can use that will hold a cookbook or maybe hold paper. I used to use it beside my computer when I was working, and it would hold paperwork I was working on or something like that. So I highly recommend the easel. I love it. Okay, now that I'm ready to cut it, I just check my settings, say OK. It's OK and ready to go. There we go. Okay, I've got all three of my holly leaves, my holly corners cut out. So now I'm going to show you basically how it's going to turn out. Got my monogram and my corners. This one goes up here. This one's going to go down here. And this one's going to go right there. Isn't that going to be beautiful? Oh, I love these holly corners. They're gorgeous. Now, I chose paper to put on my mirror instead of vinyl. I thought about doing the vinyl, but then I really liked the texture and the pattern of the paper. And I also decided that I wanted to be able to use this year after year. And if I used vinyl, once I took the vinyl down, I would have to probably tear it up and throw it away and cut it again next year. With the paper, though, I think I can reuse it. And I'm going to be using the 3L repositionable adhesives, because then I can put them up there with this, and when I'm done I can take them down, and once you've put the adhesive on, I'll zoom in on this, there you go. Once you put the adhesive on, it gives a dot. When you take it down and you want to take the adhesive off, you just simply rub and wipe away, and that's all you have to do. And I love this stuff. So there you go. We're going to go decorate now, and I'll show you what it looks like in a minute. Alright, putting the finishing touches on my mantle. Got everything in place. So from my mantle up to the ceiling, I'm done. I've got my candle wrappers on the candles with the monogrammed S on both sides. My monogram in the center with the rhinestones around it. And then that beautiful holly leaf from a child's year, blown up and flipped to make corners, which are perfect, and added big rhinestones to that. I really like how it just finishes off the touches on my fireplace area and the mantle. So that's it for this week. Next week we'll work on more on the mantle and work our way down to the floor. So thanks for watching.